Hi everyone. In this particular video, I'll be solving some JEE exam previous question papers with their best possible explanations. So let us try to see the first question. In general, the properties that decrease and increase down a group in the periodic table respectively are. Then the options are electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy, atomic radius, electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity, and last one is electronegativity and atomic radius. So if you see, there are three properties basically: electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity and atomic radius. Now before answering such questions, you must be clear that how these properties vary in the periodic table. So let us first try to understand how they vary. Variation of atomic radii. Across the period, atomic radii decreases. Down the group, atomic radii increases. Variation of electronegativity. Atomic size decreases on moving from left to right, just now what we have seen in a period, thus electronegativity increases. Atomic radius increases on going down the group or from top to bottom in a group, thus electronegativity decreases. Variation of electron gain enthalpy. In a period, atomic size decreases with increase in effective nuclear charge, and hence there is an increase in electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. The value of electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy normally decrease on going from top to bottom in a group because the atomic size increases, and which decreases the actual force of attraction by the nucleus. So if I try to summarize this point, what you need to understand is how atomic radius vary along the period, across the period, or down the group. Across the period, atomic radius decreases. So if atomic radius decreases, the other properties, and specifically electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity and ionization enthalpy increases because they are inversely proportional to radius. And down the group, the radius increases. So these three values of electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity and also ionization enthalpy, they will decrease. So always remember that if atomic radius increases, then electronegativity and electron gain enthalpy always decreases. And if atomic radius increases, then electronegativity and electron gain enthalpy decreases. So let us try to see the equation again. So in general, the properties that decrease and increase down the group in the periodic table respectively are. So which will decrease and which will increase and down a group. So we know that the first one, electronegativity and electron gain enthalpy. We know that electronegativity decrease down the group, but electron gain enthalpy will not increase down the group. So first option is wrong. Second option, atomic radius will not decrease down the group. So that is wrong. Third option, electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. Electron gain enthalpy will decrease down the group, but electronegativity will not increase down the group. And lastly, electronegativity will decrease down the group, that is true, and atomic radius will increase down the group. So the option 4 is your answer. So that is how you need to understand. So what I suggest is you have to know how the properties vary in the periodic table. So at least the variations you have to know. And very important, in some of the questions, if you see the questions of JEE from other years, then what you'll see is sometimes the exception part also is asked. So those part you need to focus on. So let us try to move on the next. A solution of sodium sulfate contains 92 gram of Na plus ion per kilogram of water. The molality of Na plus ion in that solution in mole per kg is. Now, in this type of question, now if you try to see this question, it is quite tricky, but if you understand it, then it's not at all difficult. But what they have done is they have put many things like sodium sulfate, and then sodium sulfate contains a solution of sodium sulfate contains sodium ion. Most of the students get confused over there with sodium sulfate. It is just to confuse student. So what you need to understand over there is they have given 92 gram of sodium ion, and the question is based on sodium ion only. So there is no actually question of sodium sulfate. Okay, so what you need to understand is 92 gram of sodium ion per kilogram of water. You need to find the molality. Now what you need to understand is what is the definition of molality. Now what we know is molality is number of moles by mass of solvent in kg, right? That is the definition of molality. Now we are given 92 gram of sodium ion. Now how to find the number of moles? 92 gram of sodium ion will be 92 by 23. 92 is the gram, 23 is the atomic mass or molecular mass. Mass by molar mass is number of moles. So if I divide by 23, what I get is 4 moles. So that what is molality? Molality is nothing but number of moles, that is 4. Mass of solvent in kg, which is given as per kg, so that will be 1. So that will be 4 moles per kg. So simple. Now next, for emission line of atomic hydrogen from Ni, that is initial 8, to Nf, that is N, which is not provided, the plot of wave number against 1 by N square will be, the Rydberg constant Rh is the wave number unit that is given. So the option given is linear with slope Rh, linear with intercept minus Rh, non-linear, linear with slope. So what you need to find out is what kind of graph it will give you. Now, first of all, what you have to know is how to find the wave number of a particular electronic transition in atomic hydrogen. So let us see the expression. So that is the expression, nu bar, that is the wave number, will be equal to Rh, Rydberg constant, 1 by Nf square minus 1 by Ni square. So that all of you must know. Now, what we can do is we can put the values which are given. Nu bar will be equal to Rh, 1 by Nf is given to be N, so I am putting it as N square, minus Ni is given to be 8, so I am putting it as 8 square. So if I simplify that, what I'll get is Rh N square minus Rh 64. Now, if I compare this particular equation with y is equal to mx plus c, always remember that the straight line equation is y is equal to mx plus c, where y is the y coordinate, x is the x coordinate, m is the slope, and c is the intercept of the graph. Now, since this graph can be matched with the equation, or this particular y is equal to mx plus c can be matched with that particular equation, if you compare it, what do we get is x will be equal to 1 by n2 square and m will be equal to Rh. The value, the third equation you can write as nu bar will be equal to Rh into 1 by n square. I hope you are getting this. The third equation, you can write it as nu bar will be equal to 1 Rh into 1 by n square minus Rh by 64. So if you compare with that, y will be nu bar, m will be Rh, x will be 1 by n2, and c will be minus Rh by 64. So we are just comparing it. So m, that is the slope, we are getting as Rh. It is a straight line equation, so the graph will be straight line, so it will be linear. So let us try to correlate with our equation. So it will be option 1. It will be a linear graph or a linear with slope Rh. So that is your answer. Let us move into the next. According to molecular orbital theory, which of the following is true with respect to Li2 plus and Li2 minus? Now, the four options are given, whether they are stable, not stable, or both are stable, or both are unstable. Now, what you need to understand is how to write the electronic configuration of molecules. So, if I, with the help of molecular orbital theory, if I write the electronic configuration of Li2 plus and Li2 minus, what I'll get is this. Electronic configuration of Li2 plus and Li2 minus are, so Li2 plus will be that sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s1. That will be Li2 plus, and Li2 minus will be sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, and sigma star 2s1. Now, to calculate the bond order, we know that it is nothing but Nb minus Na by 2. Nb is the number of electron in bonding, Na is the number of electron in antibonding. So, if you see from the electronic configuration, the Li2 plus, the number of bonding, okay, to make it easy, the one without asterisk is bonding, the one with asterisk sign is antibonding. So, if you can see Li2 plus, so it will be 3 in bonding and 2 in antibonding, which will be half the bond order, and bond order of Li2 minus will be 4 in bonding and 3 in antibonding. That will give you half. So in both the cases, we are getting positive bond order, hence both are stable. So it will be option C or 3. So in this particular type of question, it is very important for you to know how to write the electronic configuration of molecule. Now the next is the one that is extensively used as piezoelectric material is, so the question or the options are given. Now try to understand, this type of questions are fact based. You have to know whether you know or you don't know. That's the simple thing. Okay, if you know, you can simply take it. If you don't know, then becomes a problem. Okay, so these are fact based question or direct questions. But let us first try to understand what is piezoelectric materials. Piezoelectric materials are materials that have the ability to generate internal electric charge from applied mechanical stress. Okay, so what they are those material which can generate electric charge from mechanical stress. Okay, they are called piezoelectric material. Piezo is a Greek word which means push. Okay, that is what we mean by mechanical stress. And if you see the option, quartz actually exhibit piezoelectricity. So that is all about this particular video. Do watch the other videos for more solved examples of various competitive examination. Thank you very much.